Afternoon is going well. NIWA and the Nippon Foundation are undertaking a mission to discover the undersea impacts of the recent Tongan volcanic eruption, and a rare opportunity to improve understanding of the nature and impact of the major volcanic eruption. NIWA scientists are sailing to Tonga to survey the ocean around the Hunga-Tonga Hunga-Ha'apai volcano and surrounding regions. We're joined now by Dr. Mike Williams, project leader and NIWA chief scientist of oceans. Mike joined NIWA in 2001 and has a science background in physical, oceanography, ocean acidification, climate change, and ocean processes associated with Antarctic sea ice and ice shelves. Prior to his appointment as Chief Scientist Oceans in 2021, Mike held a joint appointment as Director of the Deep South National Science Challenge and Principal Scientist, Marine Physics. A very warm welcome, Dr. Mike Williams, Pacific Days, joining us now. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Well, what a welcome. Thank you very much for having me.
I'm so fascinated to hear about this upcoming scientific trip, Dr. Mike. So firstly, tell us more on the trip and its purpose, please.
Yeah, so the main purpose that is we want to understand how this massive eruption happened and what impact it's having on the marine life around Tonga. This is the biggest eruption since at least 1991, and it's fair to say it went around the world. There were impacts from the atmosphere that were felt in Europe. There was tsunami in the Caribbean. There were tsunami in New Zealand. There was tsunami in Chile, and of course, there was devastating impacts on Tonga.
In terms of the information, data, images, etc., that you'll be collecting during the trip, can you give us an overview on that?
Yeah, so the two main tools we're going to be using so the first one is we're going up to do what we call mowing the lawn. So, when you go backwards and forwards and you mow your lawn, we kind of do that in the ocean, and we use sound to map the seafloor, and because we last mapped there in 2015, or some international colleagues last mapped there in 2015, we're going to be able to see the changes between 2015 and now. And so that's that's a really key part of the project. And the other part of the project that I'm really excited about is we're going to be deploying a video system that works down to 1,000 meters under the water and and we can fly that at about 0.5 meter over the seabed and see what's happened to the seabed. And we want to look to see basically what's happened. Has it been lots of debris that's come off the volcano that's changed things? Is it ash from the eruption that's changed things? How's the marine life coping? So those are all the kind of questions we're really excited to look at.
How long will the trip take, Dr. Mike?
So we're going to be away 4 weeks, but it takes us about 5.5 days steaming to get from Wellington to Tonga. So we'll have about 14 days, a little bit more than 14 days in Tonga.
In terms of the group, how many, in your group, and some of the roles and responsibilities within the group that are going to be travelling to Tonga?
So we've got when we started planning this, we had, we were still in the, really deep in COVID. We had MIQ, we had all sorts of things. So we were only able to bring in scientists who were based in New Zealand. So the roles we've got some people looking at the ecology, or the biology of what's on the seabed. So they'll be supporting the video work and also collections of what's on the seabed. Then we have some geologists, so they are going to be they'll be running the mapping, but also we're going to be collecting rocks to see what's come out of the volcano, how those rocks have just formed. And the one thing we're really excited about is we've got a communicator on board, so we are going to be capturing a whole lot of video, which during the voyage we'll be putting up on social media, and then after the voyage we're really, really excited about sharing that video that we get and telling some stories about both life on board the ship and also what we see and what we find.
What's the sort of area that you're going to be covering? Are we looking at like a few hundred or a few thousand kilometers there, Dr. Williams?
So we think from our from what we know so far from say that the internet cables that broke around Tonga, that is at least 8,000 square kilometers of seabed that's been impacted. And so we're going to do that in two parts. We're going to have a voyage on Tangaroa, and then the second part of the project, and this is really cool, is that we're bringing in new technology, an uncrewed surface vessel from the UK, and so it fits inside a shipping container, and it will go out and finish the mapping off for us over probably about another 30 days.
Now, in terms of, on the ground in Tonga, will you be working with any government departments or local agencies as part of the trip?
Absolutely. A key part of what we're wanting to do is to make the information that we collect available to people in Tonga. And so every day we'll be giving updates to Tongan government, to different agencies in the Tongan government. And then when we get back, we're actually looking at how we develop how we work with people in Tonga to analyze the data. And we're really interested in how the seabed has been impacted. And as part of that, we want to understand how it recovers. So we're already talking about a new voyage, maybe 2024, 2025, that will be collaborative with the Tongan government and really and Tongan scientists, and have some opportunities for working together to make sure that the information about particularly how the marine life is recovering, can be used and incorporated by people in Tonga.
Now, Dr. Mike, with regards to the live coverage in there, where will people be able to go to access these incredible images and video in there?
So the social media, while we're on board, that's all going to come out through the NIWA social media channels. So we're on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. We might be on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram, so I don't know.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be an incredible trip, and we thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Dr. Mike Williams, Chief Scientist, Oceans with NIWA. Thank you so much, and all the very best for the trip. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
It is now 13